All right. Welcome, everybody, back to another edition of Chairgatin. I'm your host, Rattlesnake, coming at you live once again from Austin, Texas, joined by my, somewhat sober this time, my co-host, Dakota. What's up,
You're
Dakota?
absolutely incorrect. I was on a little sober hiatus, and I've been doing fucking housework all day, and the 12-pack is empty, my bro. But, hey, special guest, commenter of the week. We got him in here. It's been a long time coming. One of my best boys, Nathan Grant, 78, Agent Orange, whatever you want to call him. OG Martin Truex fan. He's in the house, and he's jumping in with the boys. We're going Daytona racing. Nathan, holla at us.
Not a whole lot. Just coming in right down the road from Dakota, right here in Griffin, Georgia.
Woo! Y'all should have met up and done this together.
Yeah, he's got new
fun.
babies and all kinds of stuff. You know, it's a thing.
I have a baby I deal with too. His name's Dakota.
Ooh.
Anyway, let's get right into it.
Daytona.
What's up? It's Chairgatin coming at you live.
Hello, come right in.
Rock, flag, and eagle.
Woo!
Man, so much news to talk about.
Dude, that's the thing. As I was last minute getting ready to like repost stuff, and I was seeing the Kurt thing, and I was like, oh, fuck. Like, oh shit, dude, perfect timing. Like, we on top of it. How perfect is that?
Yeah. We'll pretend like this wasn't just a last second episode, and we'll pretend like we're doing this just because that news just dropped.
Her news drop, we're dropping an episode right now.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't look. Like, we were just talking pregame, is like, how awesome is that red roll cage? But that, well, I mean, we're going to have a little bit of a devil's advocate in this episode, but that fucking number placement is fucking hideous. And
yeah, let's just jump right in. First of all, for anyone listening live, maybe that has not seen this, it's official. I mean, the thing that we've all been rumoring is Kurt Busch is going to 2311. He is driving their second car. What is it, 45? Number 45.
The number 45 dog shit.
Yeah, and
they show me that terrible picture.
Oh, it's a freedom. I don't know if you see that American flag, but that's just freedom all day, dude.
Yeah.
That is the worst picture I've ever seen in my life.
For anyone that cannot see it, yeah, it's just thank you, Nathan. So I guess first he's going to 2311. Obviously, Monsters officially official. Obviously, Monsters staying with him. He's got the Monster Girls outside a private jet, just looking like a baller. But the first look I got at the car, and the first thing I noticed was the number placement. And I know Nathan might have a different opinion because he's just stubborn. But if you look at that and tell me that's not the ugliest thing you've ever seen, then you're fucking crazy. That is so ugly.
I think the font's ugly.
Okay, I will give that. It's a bad placement with an even worse font. I never saw 45. I'm blindsided. I had a couple numbers in mind where I'm like, maybe it'll be this, maybe it'll be that. Never saw it being a 45. What is the last 45 we had? Was it a Richard Petty car or something? I can't remember.
I can't either.
Is dog shit. The number placement's dog shit, and thank God they have Monster on the car. It'd probably be way worse.
So here's my biggest gripe with the number placement thing. We moved it way up there because they said that we wouldn't have enough room for sponsorship behind it anymore. But if you notice, the Monster logo is where the number was previously. They could have just easily kept the numbers the same, maybe even moved that Monster logo just a smidge back, and it would have been perfectly fine. This just looks stupid.
I'll throw it out there. If this was a normal number placement in the middle of the door with that font and a normal Monster, do you think it'd look better?
Yeah, it would look badass.
It probably looked like.
I like the matte black. I like the red trim.
I almost wish they wouldn't have moved it forward and left it normal, and then let us find out
until next season. Yeah,
just let us know. This just answered all the questions that we're moving the numbers for.
I love how I know that the wheels now are black, but with the new wheels, we've only ever seen that like charcoal gray color.
Yeah. No, those. I ain't gonna lie. Those I am a fan. I'm not a fan of one lug, but them bitches look bad, boys.
Yeah,
look slick.
They do look slick, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate the single lug nut, but yeah, those do look tight. Dakota was always a hater on the moving the numbers forward, and I am fully on his side at this moment.
Yeah,
Is-
I'm not getting off
I'm an
that.
advocate for it. I just said it's going to happen. You might as well accept it.
I mean,
We're gonna
was that-
fuck you. Might as well bend over.
I mean,
that was-
obviously, it happened.
if that was their best option, what NASCAR thought looked the best, I can't imagine how much worse everything else looked, because this
To
just
be
looks
fair, I've thought the monster car ever since he went to Chip Ganassi has been very lackluster. The
Yeah,
font on the one was terrible. It was just flat black with a monster sticker slapped on it. Like, I've seen so many renderings and, fan made stuff of much cooler monster looking cars.
true.
Yeah, I agree with you there. It's super simple. I mean, that's always what they've gone for. This looks like your little brother in elementary school tried to draw a NASCAR car for you, and then it came out looking like that. And you're like, well, that's not really how it should look, but that's sweet that you tried. That's how I feel about this. It's cute that they tried, but it's the numbers. Like Dakota said, it's purely the number placement for me. It is so ugly.
Hey, but I mean, little Nathan Jr. How about though that little tease? I mean, who knows how far fetched this is? When they teased us last year with 2311, and all it just said was 2311 on the car, and we were like, everybody was like, Bubba's paint scheme's sick, and it's like, well, that's just like a render prototype thing. It's like, okay, this red roll cage that looks fucking lit.
That's cool.
Freaking lit. I'm sorry, and. Is this going to be a thing? Are we going to be painting roll cages again? Painting underneath the cars, the Dale Earnhardt days? Or window net paint? Or your colors? Whatever. I can get behind some of that. I'm down with some colored roll cages.
So another thing that's kind of killing me, and here's me nitpicking, like Dakota says I always do. See how the monster logo kind of seems like it's leaning forward, and the 45 looks like it's kind of leaning back?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
A lot of it is the font. I don't care about the font.
I don't mind the font. Literally, if you put that number back where it's supposed to be, where the monster logo is that he's standing in front of, I think this car would look fine. I would have no complaints. It's a little basic.
Look at energy on your monster, and look how the GY goes into the fender well and is all like screwed up. Does that bother anyone else but me?
What was it?
The sideways picture. Look how energy goes into the fender well, the mold of the fender well. The GY and energy is all wavy from the fender well.
Distorts it.
To me, that disrupts the whole flow of Monster Energy.
I think now we're nitpicking a little bit too much.
Yeah, okay. I'll give it. Pro is the red roll cage and the wheels. Con is the number placement and the sponsor placement.
All right, we'll leave it at this. What do y'all rate it out of 1 through 10?
A 4.
Honestly, a 3 because of the number. I can't. Even from a design aspect, you look at this and you're like, well, that number shouldn't be there. Like, it just doesn't look right. It's way too far forward. I mean, even other series that have to, move their numbers around somehow look better than this because they kept the numbers like the same size and just moved it forward. It just doesn't look right.
I think at the end of the day, we sat here and said, if the number was in the normal spot, this card looked fucking sick.
I'd give this I would give it like a 7 or 8 if it was in the normal spot, honestly.
If we just do the flat black with the 45 in the center, I'm okay. I'm all for all this.
Yeah. It's. I think it simply comes down to number placement for me.
Hey, Kurt's going to 2311. Those were another freaking notch off the book. It's in the books. Like Kurt's going 2311. Michael Jordan, Denny Hamlin. I mean, it's like, what do we expect with this ride next year? Is it gonna be fast? Is it gonna be teaching Bubba stuff? Playoff contention, maybe? I don't know. Do they have a charter? We still don't know.
I don't see it being any better than the one.
I will concur and think he's probably gonna be the same speed he was.
So I disagree with this comment. There's something hideous about the flat black race car. I disagree. I like the flat black. If you work it right, I mean, you can mess it up and look terrible.
Nathan knows me and knows I love a black race car. I'm okay with the black race car.
Jacob's saying there's nothing hideous about a black car. Like they all look good.
Okay, you can this black car looks good, but it could look better. It could look.
That's a good
Yeah,
point. Yeah, if you do a flat black, it's basic, it's simple, it's hard to mess up. I agree with all those things.
I got 15 of them sitting behind me.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're all wearing Dale. We're all
Touche.
wearing Dale right now. So clearly we
Touche.
all like black cars. Yeah, it's just the number placement. Like literally it comes and it's just really funny because Dakota was the one earlier that was really harping on that. And I was like, yeah, that's annoying. I didn't care quite as much. And now I feel like I really care because
Give
now
it,
I'm
give it like 3 hours and then there'll be 15 renditions on Twitter that will make it look better.
That'll somehow look better than what the professionals get paid for. So I'm still not sure how that works.
I send them pictures all the time. Like, why doesn't this kid have a job at whatever, team? Because he's making some really sick stuff.
Yep. I don't know. I have no idea. Contracts, deals, I don't know. I guess besides the paint scheme, though, I mean, 2311 is a two-car team now. It seems like all of the teams are doing that, right? Trackhouse has done it. So
I heard something one time. I can't remember. I think it was when Kyle Busch was on Dale Jr. Download. He said that running a 2-car team is cheaper than running a 1-car team.
I mean, I don't know about cheaper. I wonder if it's almost more like it's almost like the second car is discounted or something just because you have extra equipment. It's like the deals when you go to the store and they're like, well, we'll sell you one for 20 or two for 25, and you're like, well, that's a hell of a deal. I might as well get a second. But just looking at the situation, I can't help but compare it to Trackhouse, right? Because they were both brand new teams, and now they had young. It was the Drive for Diversity kids. They were both in those two teams. And now they've expanded to 2-car teams. They both have celebrity owners. There's a lot of comparison. Yeah. So looking at the future, what team looks like it has a brighter future at this moment?
I'm going to say 2311 just because of Kurt.
Just because of Kurt, yeah. That's kind of what
I mean, what is Ross going to do in whatever car number he's in? How is he going to better the team as not having that knowledge and basically legend status, you know what I mean?
Isn't Ross in the one? He's taking Kurt's.
Is that what it was?
Dakota?
Yeah. They said Ross, the rendition was Ross with a one, like the one logo. It's different. It's got the little stripe, and it's the one, and Ross is all posted up.
Yeah,
I think it's so they could keep the 99. Yeah. So
just like. Even like look at Roush the last couple of years between Kenseth and Newman. They haven't been performing well, but the team as a whole has grown just because they have that experienced man in the driver's seat telling them like, "Hey, this doesn't work."
Yeah.
I don't think Ross can do that.
I feel like they've kind of like fallen off here later, but like remember the beginning of the year when like Chris Buescher Homestead like went up there and led laps, got a stage win all on
he was hyped up earlier this season.
Yeah,
we were like, this is his year.
Shit. Roush is showing some damn dominance, and I mean it's kind of filtered off, but
I think still had some good runs lately.
Yeah,
he had a top 10 at Indy.
I wouldn't sleep on him getting up front this weekend. Maybe diving in there for some potential win.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you though, Nathan. I think it'll come down to just Kurt's experience. One team has the experience and a former champion, the other doesn't.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, all that is going to decide between those two is equipment. Like, let's be real. It's all about who's bringing the best equipment to the track.
Yeah.
I could totally see Kurt coming over 2311 officially and, going ahead and getting a foundation with this 45 team or whatever it's going to be. And, hey, the second car, I tweaked it all 2022 season. It's ready to go. I think I'm going to rest another season in 2023 maybe. And, hey, this was a potentially playoff contending team, and I'm going to retire, and whoever you hire, this car's ready to go.
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
This second team is ready to race.
Kurt's going to come in and kind of establish the team and set it up for Ty Gibbs or something.
So does that mean that Bubba's like the leader of this team? I mean,
absolutely.
Is he their number one guy?
He's just Bubba.
He's
Bubba gonna.
He has the number 23 on the 2311 team. which is the worst team name of all
But
time.
is
I've mentioned this
23
before.
stand for Bubba, or does it stand for Michael Jordan?
Yeah, but he is the 23 or 2311. I mean, come on. That's one of them is 45 and one of them is 23. The team name
I
is
feel like the car
2311.
is better than Bubba is. Hot take.
I don't think that's a hot take. I've agreed with that since day one.
I think, we don't have hot take comments this week. We have them live. I think the car is the team, and then Bubba's just kind of driving it.
Well, and then that brings up the next question. If Bubba continues to have seasons like he did this year, how long does he stay in that ride? If it is like the premier ride of that team.
I think Bubba is the marketing.
Yeah, but those sponsorships are going to start to fall at the wayside. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I mean, how far can woe is me, I'm sorry and sad the world hates me, how far is that going to take you? I don't know.
Well, and it's more than just that. I mean, he's young, he's black in NASCAR, so it's like, yeah, it's like a cool image to have. The problem is the image won't take you as far as you want to go. Like Dakota is saying, you have to win at the end of the day. People do not want to buy your shit if you never win. I'm an Austin Dillon fan. It's a struggle. There's not many of us. Yeah. And Bubba's even worse than that. I mean, how long?
I think the same thing about Suarez. He's got the same thing. NASCAR's only Mexican driver. Blah, blah,
That's
blah,
true.
blah, blah.
That's true. Suarez did impress me this season, though, because I used to think the same thing. Until this season, he started to impress me more.
Yeah.
I feel like he's having a standout. He's kind of fallen off, almost like Chris Buescher. It's like he's having one of his better career seasons compared to seasoned and top ride equipment. Which
is really weird.
Come out swinging. Maybe it was more of like an underdog inspiration. He's been having good runs. He's been, Bristol Dirt way back when. He went up there and took the damn lead. Is like, holy shit, Suarez is here to play. I think he's had some serious bad luck and then some bad runs. I don't even remember where he was at Michigan. I think he up there late in some restarts. He was duking it out. Maybe a top.
Also, we know he can box. That's a positive.
We do know he takes down.
I like that. I do.
Take down some thick boys.
Yeah, I do like that aspect of him. But
22nd at Michigan.
Okay. I don't know. I think he ain't doing no worse than he was doing in some top ride equipment.
That's true.
And an underdog affiliate team. I
remember when he announced or tweeted it or whatever, and he's like, "This is my best shot." And I remember Brett Moffitt replying, going, "At what?"
Dude, honestly, if you ain't following Brett Moffitt, you're fucking up. Because Brett Moffitt beats it real.
He's a savage.
He does not.
I bet hard on him tonight. I bet on my DFS picks, I bet hard on him tonight because that 02 is going to be flying if he ain't in a wreck.
Yeah, and I think a big difference between Suarez and Bubba was Suarez was in top-level equipment, lost his ride, kind of was able to save his career with Pitbull. Good for him on that. Bubba was in dog shit equipment, let's be real. And then he got taken to a team that has better equipment. So it is kind of different in that sense.
Yeah, that's what everyone Bubba's done nothing in 3 or 4 years. I'm like, that car hasn't done anything in 15 to 20 years.
Right.
That's not like a fair assessment, really.
I mean, to be fair, you can assess him versus Almirola in that ride, and Almirola had better performances there.
Barely. I ran the numbers.
Can you crunch those numbers again?
Yeah. How many years was Bubba in that ride? 3 years or whatever?
Yeah, 2, maybe. Something like that. Yeah.
I did the last 2 or 3 years of Almirola's years in that ride, and it was 1.2 spot average difference.
Yeah, and I do think Eric Jones is I do think he is a good driver. And so if he can't do shit in the equipment, I think that fully proves it.
Yeah, he's very up and down this year.
Yeah. Well, it's tough. I mean, look at the situation he's in. That's a really tough situation. At least he's able to keep a ride. I wasn't sure that team was going to survive. So
I know those Columbia cars look sick this weekend.
Dude,
right?
Okay. I didn't even know he was sponsored by Columbia.
I didn't either. I knew Bubba was.
We all knew Bubba was. He's hiking and tying his shoes and all kinds of crap in front of his shoes.
He ties his shoes?
Yeah,
man.
So I didn't even know Eric Jones was sponsored by Columbia. And then I find it super intriguing that it's like that's Bubba's old ride, like doing a collab.
Well, so I was wondering if maybe it was a deal with like Bubba and Richard Petty or something, and so they're not on teams anymore, but that's like their contact into the sport. I don't know. It did seem weird that was the two.
He ran a Columbia car in the 43, didn't he?
Yeah, Bubba did last year.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're like, well, we liked what we had going over there. Who's that guy's name? Eric Jones? Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
I'm all about it. I mean, I like the collab, like who's gonna beat who. It's a fish car. And the schemes look sick. I don't know which one I like best, honestly. Bubba's looks good. It's probably not going to look good once it hits the wall, but so be it. Hey, look, as we're about to branch into our next topic of Daytona, is Bubba had that freaking horse at the Daytona 500, and people are all like, who could win their way in? Austin Dillon or Tyler Reddick? I think they're sleeping on how freaking uncontrollably fast that 23 car can be.
He's been fast at all the plate races. Even in the 43, he was fast. You remember him getting second at Daytona?
Bubba, I think.
Well, okay, so
I don't know if it's balls or no
before
balls.
we jump into that, if we're talking Daytona paint schemes, which we are on the topic of, which one's better, Eric Jones or Bubba's?
I kind of like Bubba's more. I like it's more vibrant to me.
It is. Yeah. It's brighter. Yeah.
I think it'll look better under the lights.
Right. Yeah,
I like them stripes going down on the 43.
That's the thing. I go back and forth, and I'm looking at them right now, and I'm actually originally it was Bubba, but for whatever reason, I'm actually leaning towards Jones's car now. So
I think it'll blend in too much in the dark.
Yeah, you might be right there.
I need to see an on-track car before I make a decision. I need to see cars on wheels.
Yeah, if it was going to be a day race, then Eric Jones, it'd be dead heat for me.
Oh, you know what it is? I think for me is for Bubba on the hood, he just has the Columbia logo and it's just kind of bland looking. But on Eric's, he has the PFG like diamond logo and it's white and it really pops. I think that might be it that's pushing it over for me.
It's smart advertising, honestly. Like if you're gonna start,
awesome.
Why not make some sort of something to get people talking?
It's like what Busch Beer does. With Kevin Harvick's cars all the time. They're always changing up the paint scheme and like promoting it online.
It's a little excessive at times over there, but I
respect them for it though. I respect what Busch does.
It's good by Columbia. I'm liking how much they're getting into NASCAR and branching out. It's not just a Bubba train. Like we have the
43. Like they're taking over the hole that like Mossy Oak left or something.
Yeah. That's true. Oh man, Realtree had a lot of stuff.
Hey, they still sponsor the RCR.
I love the white and orange Realtree cars. All of them. Austin Dillon had
no lie. The other night, Luna wanted to watch NASCAR, and we played the spring Talladega race from 2020. The VIP race we went to. And I saw the 8 Reddit car, the Realtree one with the white and orange, and I was like, I should have got the diecast. Why didn't I get the diecast? I was like,
do you remember Reddick's Xfinity paint scheme? It was the one with it was like snuff with the mountains. This? For whatever reason, I'll think back and I'm like, man, that was a
snuff company or something.
Oh yeah,
that was a cool paint scheme.
The 8 he ran at Richmond, his first career start. Yeah. I remember that.
Hemrick had
the number font was super like, what the hell is that? I like that number font better than his number font now.
Every time Nathan tries to talk, Dakota yells over him.
I said it was the same scheme that Daniel Hemrick ran.
Did Hemrick run that one? I wasn't sure if that was him or not.
I can't keep up with RCR these days. They're just throwing anything they can.
Well,
I love
we are talking
Dillon's Realtree fishing car.
Dude, that car ran at Bristol. That thing looked good, dude. It was like the water camo or whatever they call it. Like that thing looked slick.
I love that car.
That's a diecast I'd get not being an Austin Dillon fan.
Unfortunately, unlike Harvick, where they actually sell merch for his different paint schemes, Austin Dillon never does that. Pisses me off because he'll have like one-off cool paint scheme. I'm like, dude, sell like a shirt or something with that. Right? Never do it. Never do it.
Well, but they're always on white shirts, and I refuse to buy white shirts.
Speaking of buying white shirts, here we go. Buy a Chairgatin.
That shirt looks sick, but I'm gonna spill taco sauce.
I usually don't wear white shirts. I literally
Big
grab this out of the
salsa guy. Big
I-
salsa guy.
I grabbed
over
this
here.
out of my closet. I'm gonna put it right back in after this episode, so I'm with you. Yeah, well, you can buy this any color, just so the audience knows. But yeah, let's talk Daytona because there's a lot to talk about since we're already kind of bleeding into that.
Dude, we're going Daytona this weekend. It's freaking Daytona. I'm so freaking mad I'm not there, dude. Like it is irking me in my spine that I am not like driving down south through South Georgia right now. Like I'm usually already there. Xfinity race. We're talking about rain or not rain. Like, I'm pissed I'm not at the race.
Well, we're going to the Daytona 500 next year, right?
That's a damn bet. We all three are going to be there, boy.
Okay, cool. I've never been to Daytona.
Nathan's second 500, right?
Yeah.
I've never been to Daytona, so
Justin's never been to the Daytona 500. He's going all week. Like he's going down on Tuesday for the Clash.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's what
Justin's
I would like
going
to
the
do.
whole
If I
week.
could.
He's going to warm it up for us. I would love to be there when Justin first walks in, though. Like, I want to be there to see his reaction. He's going to be – look, we're going to get down there with Justin. He's about, hey, I'll show you where this and this is. I'm like, who's Justin? I know. But, yeah, man, next year, we're going to Daytona this weekend, man. Xfinity race tonight, Cup race tomorrow night. It's not July 4th, but I'm starting to mold a little bit that this is the season finale.
Right. It's okay.
How are you feeling about it, dude? The pressure's on.
I've come around. I like it being in the season, the
I
regular season.
love it because, like,
I'm used to it. It is what it
opens
is.
up the regular season. Let's end it at the regular season.
Yeah, I mean, like,
2 wild wins.
I like that
This
aspect.
is an anomaly as far as there's one spot and we're going to we're going to Daytona. But, like, I love the last-ditch effort. Like, is Ryan Preece going to make the playoffs?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
It's a pressure cooker,
It's Daytona.
dude.
They all could win.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I love that. I am fully on board with I love the playoffs. I don't care. I don't think anyone steals any spots from anybody. If you're if you're Tyler Reddick and you get bumped out by some guy below, I'm sorry, man. You put yourself in 16th, you know.
You had 25 opportunities to win. You didn't do it.
Listen, when Eric Almirola won, I thought it was over for Austin Dillon. Like, I did not think I would be in a situation where I'm like, he actually still could get in. And even I agree. If you win, you're in. Like, stop complaining. I mean, that's just the nature of the game. You got to win in racing to move forward. If you can't do it, that's cool. You had a consistent season. But if you could not finish a race, like, sorry.
Yeah, and to me, like, say something like, you know, Michael McDowell. Look, there's a Love's on the exit where I get off for school. His face is plastered all over Love's tanker trucks that says Daytona 500 champion. So cool. He's got so many like posters and little like placards on inside the thing that say Daytona 500 champion. Obviously, not everyone's winning Daytona, but like everyone is seeing Front Row Motorsports where they wouldn't normally get that kind of exposure.
Especially if you win the 500.
Yeah, that's one thing I thought about in our picks, Nathan. I was like, none of us picked – I'd already picked Michael McDowell, but I was like, nobody – we haven't said shit about Michael McDowell could totally go back-to-back and win this.
Back-to-back Daytona?
Dude,
I don't know.
Like, he is a good super speedway racer.
He is.
There.
But let's be real. I feel like NASCAR lets certain people get away with certain shit at this time of the year who they want to see up front battle.
Hendricks?
The RCR guys. I think the RCR guys are going to have stellar equipment because I think NASCAR is like, we want to see this battle.
Yeah, it's past the inspection.
Exactly. I'm an RCR fan, and I'm willing to admit, I think this is their headline right now is like the 2 guys that are going to be in and around. They're RCR teammates. You know, one guy's won at Daytona.
That 8 and 3 will be at the lead at some point in the race.
You don't remember last July day. Or it wasn't July, but last summer's Daytona race. Yeah. Freaking Reddick going and just like doing this, Kyle Busch.
Yeah, dude. And that was the thing. Look, another thing, the pressure cooker of the playoff bubble with Daytona being the season finale. I've been to plenty of Jimmy Johnson wins in my lifetime, in my fan career. I have never seen Jimmy Johnson drive as freaking intense as I've seen him drive at Daytona last year. When he's out of the playoffs trying to race his way in, slicing and dicing, throwing bows to get to the lead. It was like, who the fuck is in the 48?
Yeah, that was a badass.
The pressure's on. I think the 8 cannot be on the defense. He's got to go out there and get points. The 3's looking in. He's got to get points. But we got like 10 eligible dudes that I think can honestly win this race.
Yeah.
Matt DiBenedetto is hot topic. He's good at these things. 21 Ford.
Wait, Matt DiBenedetto shops at Hot Topic?
Dude, he definitely
That's
does.
a hot take, dude. He's got the chains,
Little
flame
Wayne
shirts.
Little Wayne tees. Matt DiBenedetto is on fire. He almost won Dega earlier. We were there. I think he's going to be up front, and if he does not screw this up himself, he might have a shot at it.
He's been driving a hell of a season.
I don't go sleep on Eric Jones and Bubba Wallace. I know we were just talking about them in the paint schemes. They're great super speedway racers. Bubba's always up there leading. Eric Jones has a Daytona win. If we get late race wrecks and these guys get through it.
And by the way, Eric Jones is in the equipment that Bubba was in when he got second. So it's not impossible.
No,
like,
and he's good at these races.
Right.
So if there's some late race wrecks or some attrition, and these guys are getting a green white checkered on the second, third, fourth row, this is gonna get super juicy, dude.
ATG always shows up at these races too.
Dude, yeah. I mean, Ricky Stenhouse, 1776.
I was just gonna mention.
Yeah, so he
can show up at a fucking.
Ricky Stenhouse will be a great bet. He's gonna be up there if he doesn't wreck before lap 50.
Right.
He's got a shot.
Right.
So,
towards the front too.
Dude, and here's the thing is, moving it from Daytona from July 4th was a big heartbreaker for us hardcore NASCAR fans. It is what it is. Let's do different things. Season finale though. Do you remember when we used to go to Richmond and be like, Ryan Newman's got to beat Clint Boyer by 7 spots?
Yes.
He might make it, maybe. But here it is, dude, this thing is not over.
Anything could happen.
This thing is not over till the checkered flies. And we
Ryan Newman could make it in.
Yes. So I kind of appreciate a little more when there was 3 or 4 spots on the line. It was going like this. But we got 1 spot on the line, 15 drivers locked in. Tyler Reddick, I would hate to be Tyler Reddick this week.
Right,
I can imagine
because think about it. Think about it like this: if it comes down to, I have to look at the points. Nathan, maybe you have. I know Austin can point his way in.
Yes.
But does that mean that Reddick has to have just a terrible day, and Austin has to have a good day?
He's 25 points behind.
Yeah,
he's 25 points behind. If he just theoretically, he goes and wins both stages and beats Reddick by 6 spots. He's in.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Dylan has to be full throttle. Let's fucking win the whole everything.
Yeah. So I feel like
in stage 1,
RCR as a whole just wants a spot in the playoffs.
Yes.
I think what's going to happen is you're going to see those 2 cars being kind of middle pack for a lot of it, and they're going to be racing together a lot of it just in case some shit happens, so RCR can call out and be like, hey, Austin, you don't have a shot anymore, you need to protect Reddick and make sure he's in the playoffs, or a
worst case scenario is Matty D wins and they're both fucking out.
Exactly. RCR is looking at it like that, hey,
I think a lot of your guys that we just mentioned who aren't in but are well capable of winning will be in a second group in the back because they know
trying to avoid wrecks.
Yeah, because stage points are useless to them. They got to win.
Yeah, they literally cannot point themselves in.
That's a good point.
Or why be in the wreck? And but I see the 3 being full throttle offense and trying to lead every freaking.
I hope he does. I'm just worried RCR is going to say otherwise and be
I think that 3 is going to be tuned up Saturday night, and I would love it. I'm all about it. But like we were saying, as I hope that we don't see some, and it's going to happen at some point. We got to get into this thing. We're going to see a choo-choo train single file line. Let's get to the 20 to go. I just hate when fans complain. They're like, this sucks. And it's like, dude, we got to get into this race. We can't just wreck every freaking lap. I don't know what's going to happen, man. Are we going to wreck on lap 10 or are we going to wreck on 10 to go? It's Daytona. This thing is awesome.
I will say I think everyone will be driving a bit harder in this one than they normally do, just because
that's why this race is good.
Half the field has a shot, and it all comes down to this track. And I think they knew it all was going to come down to this track. There was some surprises in Michigan, But that's a track, where people can win. I mean, Austin Dillon was having a hell of a day. I don't even want to talk about that again. But I think they all kind of knew. Like, they saw it on the schedule, and they saw Daytona to finish up the regular season, and they're all like, that shit's going to be wild.
Yeah. They've been tuning up the cars for weeks now.
I don't think anybody could have predicted one spot available for a winner, though.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's just even what we're talking about right now is like the hubbub, dude. Like, what a great move to move this to the finale. I do like you were saying, Rattlesnake, is we start the regular season here, we end the regular season here. It's a great spot for a playoff or a super speedway race. And dude, I mean, what if? All right, like, it's a far-fetched, ridiculous cry. I don't even know what like the top 30 in points is. Well, like, what if Corey LaJoy wins? Okay. What if Corey LaJoy wins? He's in the damn playoffs. Like, screw the RCR. Like, holy shit.
It goes back to what I was saying. Like, look at all that exposure Spire would get next week at Darlington as a playoff driver. That's sponsor exposure. That's potential,
What was that? The dinner bell?
Yeah, I got lasagna in the oven.
Ooh, boy, that ain't overcooking, boy. All right, what are the odds we see a new winner on Saturday night?
Honestly,
we keep talking about it, but then we can't count out your Denny Hamlin.
Right. Honestly, I'm going to say 50-50.
Yeah.
Like, straight up, because it's Daytona, anything can happen. And the guys that have already won, we know, those guys are the best drivers out there. Let's be real. Yeah. But it's Daytona, and I feel like anybody else has just as much of a chance, and they might be driving harder than the guys that are already in.
Yeah, they might just go there and wreck themselves, and they got open the door.
Like for you said, Nathan, they got nothing to lose. Those other drivers are like, I'm not getting mixed up in this shit. I'm already in the playoffs.
I expect all 4 Hendricks lined up. All of Ford lined up. Like,
I could see Larson still driving his ass off, just because I feel like he drives his ass off every week, no matter what's on.
As much as we sit here and talk about the craziness, the pressure, what's going to happen, if it just comes down to it and Larson wins the super speedway race, it's going to be like, are you serious?
He drives balls to the wall. I feel like NASCAR would be telling him, like, hey, slow up.
The only thing he ain't won this year is the super speedway, man. Yeah. Like, it would. I could totally see Larson winning. I could totally see Michael McDowell winning. I don't know.
Has he won a short track?
No, Martin Truex won them all. It's not over. The season's not over.
Which is surprising. I feel like Larson would be really good at short tracks.
Hey, honestly, when we go to Bristol night race, like, Larson is great at Bristol in the 5 car. I mean, I think this is a destiny is that Larson's going to win the Bristol night race. That's a different episode for another day. But, man, I can't sleep on that son of a bitch. Okay. If you had money, all your money in your bank account, and you're putting it on one or the other, is Reddick in or is Reddick out in the top 16?
All of my money. So I got to play it safe.
All $3 on out.
Ooh, you think Reddick's not making it?
I don't.
You think Reddick's out?
I think he's out.
I feel like it's more likely that Reddick's in. Just if you're looking at the numbers, you're looking at the odds, Reddick should be in. But like we said, because it's Daytona, I honestly, I don't know what to do. I would not know where to put my money. I think I'd just kill myself.
You know what I'd hate to see? It's like some crazy mishap with like lap 29 and Reddick's involved and like crunches it in the front in the
what
wall.
If Reddick gets wrecked out?
And then Austin Dillon's just got to like finish 30th or better, and it's like, oh, this just took the win-out sales.
Yeah, I mean, if he wrecks early, Austin Dillon can cruise his way into the playoffs.
Yeah, if nobody new wins,
but then watch Austin get wrecked out with like 10 to go.
Or they both wreck, both RCR cars wreck, and you're like, wait, what?
Right.
And they're out there putting around trying to.
But see, this is what RCR is trying to avoid. I think RCR is aware of this as a possible outcome for them because as long as Reddick's in, they have a car in the playoffs.
Right.
If Austin wins the race, great. They have a car in the playoffs.
Yeah.
If both of them get wrecked out, they're done. So I think RCRs actually might be playing it kind of safe here.
Yeah. Good luck, Austin, but let's make sure the 8 doesn't fuck up.
I mean, they could drop to the tail end at the start of the race.
I mean, that's the type of thing I wouldn't be surprised to see them.
It sucks as say you went to Daytona and you literally paid to go see your driver ride around in 38. But big picture, you kind of understand the kind of
what was the Talladega race where JGR they rode four deep in the back the whole race and finished like straight up 18th, and we're like, yeah, we made the play, we met transferred, and everybody was pissed. It was like 2014, 15.
Did they get in trouble for that though?
I think it was 16 when Truex Toyota.
Yeah. Was that Truex when Truex blew up, or was that 17? Yeah, no. And they like JGR just rode in the back. They didn't even try to attempt to go lead.
Did they get in trouble for that?
No, but they got a lot of flack. Like what?
I remember.
I drove 10 hours to watch Kyle Busch race, and he just rode in the back and finished the race. Like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
And I was a fan. I'd be pissed too. Like, I came here to watch my driver try to win the race, and he just rode in 25th all day, just trying to transfer. And that's where we got the shakeup and the new playoffs and stuff. It is what it is, but
it's the nature of the beast. You can't avoid that at the end of the day. I mean,
you gotta look at the big picture.
Yeah.
Ooh, so as we're talking, we mentioned earlier about July race. It's now August. We accept that it is the season finale. If you could think back in your lifetime as a fan, what would you mention as a summer Daytona race mentionable of one of your favorite races?
So everyone knows the iconic 2001 one. I don't think I was watching.
I don't think you can top that. You can't top Junior.
I have a second that I remember watching 2010 when Dale ran the Wrangler throwback in the three Xfinity car.
Now, this will be a hot take. I feel like that whole race was rigged.
I'm not going to say yes or no on that.
I feel like that one got one of those, pass. Because he, got, I think he started on the pole. He dominated the whole race and was uncontested for the win. And it was like hey, we got a lot of money in this. Y'all just lay back. Y'all fight for third or something. That whole race was like, is somebody going to pass that car? Like, damn.
Yeah, but I feel like that was
That was a good one. That was a good one. I remember that. Yes.
Jacob says, if someone new above 30th in points wins 80. Yeah. That is
good note, Jacob. Thanks for listening.
That is the situation we're in. Yeah, I was gonna mention 2001, but now I feel like an asshole because Nathan pretty much
dude. Honestly,
fun of that pick. But
Nathan, that clip you sent, I was in the shower yesterday getting off work, and I was watching that, and I got fucking goosebumps.
Which one?
The 01 Junior July race, dude. You can't make that shit up. No. We've talked about NASCAR spookiness. I mean, maybe we'll have an off-season segment about NASCAR woes, but that race gives you goosebumps, man.
Yeah.
You can't make that fairy tale shit up.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Every time.
Yeah. Rattlesnake, what you got?
That was my answer.
All right, well, think of a different one. Think of your whole life.
Well, what I do want to mention is something I haven't mentioned yet is that we are brought to you by Yeti. Link is in the description. We have an affiliate link. If you're going to buy anything Yeti, you have to purchase it through that link so we get paid because we like to make money. Especially Dakota. Dakota, didn't your water heater just go out or something?
Yeah, I've been working like a slave all day. I'm trying to get my hot water, cold water working. I had some fresh brews on ice in my Yeti cooler in my work truck, and they were so good. If you're thinking anything cold, get a Yeti.
And more importantly, Nathan can't join us. Have you not got Nathan a pair yet?
We're working on it. We got a giveaway. I'm about to crash some skulls and I'm getting pissed.
Okay. Okay.
But we're working on it.
Yeah, we are brought to you by Yeats. If you can't tell, are we wearing the same pair?
I think so. You got 100 pair. Mine got black scripture. I got a little, I ain't even go. I almost teased them tonight, but I couldn't do it. I got a little something ready for Darlington. You just wait.
Okay.
I got something ready to bust out the gate for Darlington.
Yeah, we are brought to you by Yeats Sunglasses. If you can't tell, just look at our face. We get a 10% discount code, Chairgatin. And
hell yeah.
So yeah, you get the savings and we get the money. Just win-win for both of us. Yeah, Nathan, you definitely need a pair of Yeats. You're our number one commenter on this show. I don't know why Dakota hasn't gotten you a pair yet. Don't y'all live down the street from each other?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Dakota's texting, so he can't respond. But
You son of a bitch.
all right, Dakota, what's
I'm
your
gonna
race?
mention
What's your Daytona race?
one of my favorite summer Daytona races. I can't say July anymore. 07, Kyle Busch, Jamie McMurray, and the 26 Irwin coming out of 3 and 4, and they're side by side, and nobody's wrecking, and they come to the line by inches. Jamie McMurray wins, and the Roush 26 car. What the hell? Man, me and my dad were at that one just outside the tri-oval looking. I remember that race forever because Kevin's 07 Daytona 500 win was in the Daytona freaking museum, and I got to touch it, and it was awesome. And being at that race, being that 2 side-by-side finishes for the win in the same year, and being at that one, I'll always remember that 07 race. Me and my dad, it was cool. And man, this summer Daytona always brings a little, butterflies in your tummy, man. It's
honorable mention. Tony Stewart in the Burger King car spinning.
Ooh, that was always good because I remember it was on TNT with Kyle Petty and them, and like, he turns him, and like just dumping Kyle, and as the fan base as a whole, just being like, oh shit, I can't imagine what being at that one was like. I didn't get to go, but God.
Yeah, 2007 was just a good year for Daytona all around.
It was good for NASCAR all around.
Yeah,
I bet
Daytona 500.
2015 when Dale Jr. won. I bet that was a wild one to go to, just to be in the stands for it.
That'd been a good one to have a beer in your hand.
Dakota.
You know what time it is, bitch.
At the line.
Oh, it's been a minute because last week we had a little hiatus. We skipped off. Michigan was what it was, but
also, how are we going to do an at the line for Daytona? I mean, anyone can win.
All options are available.
Yeah,
it's up to y'all to decide what you want to do. But I'm just going to let them fly as it is because that's what we do over here at Chairgatin. Daytona season finale at the line picks 2021. Let's freaking go. I mean, where do we start? Boys, who you picking, Corey LaJoie or Matt DiBenedetto?
Matty D.
Ooh, Nathan?
This one's hard.
I don't mess around on here at the line.
I think Matty D is going to be desperate, whereas Corey
LaJoie is consistent.
He brings them home top 10 like every time.
Yeah.
So
this is his chance.
I'm gonna go with my boy Corey. He's in my lineup for next in line for favorite drivers.
I don't want to. I don't want to sound like a dick, but when I'm thinking of like likely winners, Corey's not on that list. But for whatever reason, Matty D is.
Well, I think the way I think is I think Matty D will be 2 times faster, but Matty D's probability of wrecking is way higher. And I think Matty D will be up front most of the race and probably be in a wreck if he doesn't. And Corey LaJoie will be in the top 10 at the end of this.
But it's Daytona. It's not all about possibility of wrecking.
Yeah,
it's
I don't know if you remember a 6-car flying.
It's not about possibility of wrecking.
That was Corey LaJoie.
It's about possibility of getting wrecked.
Yeah, so
it doesn't matter who you are.
Corey had like 6 top 10s in a row in that 32 car. Right?
I'm taking Corey LaJoie flipping some cars through the start-finish line for the better. Corey LaJoie flips Matty D coming to the line. That's my pick. Round 2. I think this one will be interesting. A couple sweethearts in the super speedway category. They both have wins. Michael McDowell or Eric Almirola?
McDowell.
Yeah, Michael McDowell.
Hey, who'd that 3-car spin to win the Daytona 500?
Exactly.
So
yeah, Eric Almirola is cursed. He can never win.
I think Eric Almirola will be up front and probably be in the wreck at some point. I'm going to take McDowell.
Has a summer Daytona win.
Actually,
he does. He does.
Oh, shit,
he does. Oh shit! All right.
I'm still sticking with my pick.
These are all going to be kind of off the hip, and they're all a little different. Maybe some previous winners. Eric Jones
versus Bubba.
I knew he was going to say Eric Jones or Bubba.
Ooh. That's versus Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Oh,
that's not Bubba.
Ricky.
You taking Ricky? 1776.
I'm taking Ricky.
Yeah.
Now, see, here's another thing. I think Ricky will be fast. Ricky will be up front. But like Matty D, I think Ricky can also start a wreck or be in it. And I also think that Eric Jones is there for the long haul and will be in the top 5 on a restart with the green white checkered. So I'm going to take Eric Jones. We'll see how that ends
I still
up.
feel like you're right. Ricky has a higher chance of being involved in a wreck, if not causing it, which is probably even a higher chance. But I still think he has a better shot of winning for whatever reason.
Oof. All right. That was our round 3. I'll lean on the Hendrick boys. William Byron or Alex Bowman.
Byron.
The winner, the current winner, last year's winner of this race, William Byron.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Byron as well, actually, because I was looking up the odds earlier, and Byron was
Is
really
it
high.
just
He's
me
like number
or
3
has
for like.
Bowman been like just totally off the map radar since Pocono?
Am I
I'd have to go
am I
double
just
check.
like making stuff up, or did Bowman win a duel this year?
Totally forgot that. Did he? I don't know. I think Eric Almirola did and Bowman did. Did he not? No, Bowman. No, Bowman was he was on the front row, and he laid back and like blew a motor or something. He did not win a duel. Look it up.
I'm working on it.
Either way, I'm sticking with Byron.
All right, I'm going Byron as well because I feel like I haven't seen Bowman since Pocono.
Yeah, I agree. I haven't heard.
Like I don't even know. I don't even remember seeing him at Michigan.
Oh,
That's
man,
right.
where
He was
was
on
he
the
in
pole.
Michigan?
He was on the pole and blew up in the duel.
And started at the back or some crazy shit.
Dakota, you're right. I don't remember him at Michigan at all.
I don't remember even seeing
I'm
that.
trying to think of the battles, and I don't remember him being involved in anything.
Oof. So, anyways, we're all going Byron. The final one, I think we'll all appreciate it as we are all wearing black. We're going to go RCR. Is Austin Dillon or Tyler Reddick finishing ahead of each other?
Oh, man. Honestly, I'm going to – obviously, I'm biased, but I'm going to go Austin Dillon. I think Austin Dillon's going to have stellar equipment, and he has won at Daytona. So, yeah, just – is this finish better or win? This is just finish better, right? Better. Austin Dillon.
I'm going to go Red Dick.
Red Dick.
Is that just a ginger thing?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he loves Red Dick. So I am totally going to be out there on a limb, and I'm going to say Austin Dillon's going to win the fucking race.
Let's go, boy.
And I think Austin Dillon's going to be out for blood. I think Reddick's going to be very, nervous, and the pressure cooker's going to get to him. And I think Reddick's going to cause a wreck and take Kyle Busch out with him. And they're going to be in a wreck. And I think Austin Dillon's going to be there on a green-white checkered or some crazy last 10 laps and get this thing done and make the playoffs.
I think the only way Reddick finishes better than Austin Dillon in this race is if he's involved in a wreck. Austin is involved in a wreck. That because I think, like you were saying, Austin's going to be more offensive. He's going to be trying to go for a win here, whereas Reddick's going to be a little bit more cautious.
One thing I'm hoping is we don't see like a let's all chill and run single file for – till 20 to go, and then wreck 15 times with 20 to go.
Right. Yes. Oh, my God.
If you're going to wreck,
and then
wreck
every restart is another wreck, and you're just like, stop it.
We all hate that, but it's like, don't bore us to death for 3 hours.
One restart's enough. Give me one restart towards the end. That's fine. Like
I'm okay with 2, but yeah.
Yeah.
I just hope we have a show from start to finish. That's all I ask for.
Penske versus Hendrick.
Ooh, see now. Do you remember? I remember like 2017 or 2018 when Brad Keselowski and Joey Logano just like dominated this and jumped up and down. TJ Majors, whatever you want to call it.
Remember that Daytona race we went to earlier this year?
Ooh, so
I bet Chevys are going to be hot this.
Hey,
watch.
Did a Ford
win
the Daytona 500?
The Chevys are going to be hot.
Did a Ford win Talladega?
The Chevys are going to be hot.
All right, I'm taking Penske.
That's a terrible pick. Who from Penske? Brad's not going to.
The 22, the 12, the freaking 21, the 2. What do you mean, who from Penske?
I don't think Brad's going to do it. I don't think Blaney's going to do it. I honestly think the Chevys are going to show up with the best equipment.
Hey, do you remember who was leading the Daytona 500 that wrecked each other before Michael McDowell won?
I mean, do you remember the 2013 Daytona?
Don't
Like, I can start throwing out random shit.
I've been saying these guys that are good at these things.
This race, I'm confident Chevys are bringing the best equipment.
So you are saying right now a Hendrick driver will win over a Penske driver?
Yeah, if you're giving me like the two teams, I mean, I think Austin Dillon will win.
Right.
But
duly noted. After Saturday, we'll post a clip, and when a Penske driver wins, we'll just clip this and post it. That a Penske driver will win Saturday night.
Will you do that? First of all, are you going to clip it? Because more than likely, you'll just text me and ask me to do it.
I will text you and ask you to clip it and post it.
Yeah. I won't because I would look dumb. But I will do it if all the Chevys do better, which they will. I'll come back and clip this.
I'm taking a Ford in victory lane.
Okay, well,
you're taking Austin Dillon in victory lane.
Yeah,
that's if Austin Dillon doesn't make it.
Wait, what? Austin Dillon drives a Chevy. Just a heads up, he drives a Chevy.
I gotta keep my options, and he's not Hendrick, so that would just be totally random. I'm taking Penske over Hendrick.
Manufacturers.
Penske over Hendricks.
It's Hendrick.
Hendrick.
Yeah. It's Hendrick.
Hendrick with the dick.
All right. So usually we wrap up the episodes with our pick of the week and then our wild card pick. But it's Daytona, and I feel like there's no such thing as a wild card anymore. It's all. So let's just do.
You still get 2 picks.
No, let's do 1 pick, but no pick of the week. It's your wild card pick because I don't want to hear Kyle Larson or Kyle Busch. That's not fun. So we're just gonna do who we want to see win.
Oof. Who do I want or who do I think?
All right, fine. 2 picks. Who do you think and who do you want? We'll start with think and then who you want. Go.
Nathan, run with it.
Who you think will win first, and then who you want
will win. Ryan Blaney.
Ooh, back to back Blaney. Triple B.
Hard disagree, but okay. Who do you want to win?
Who do I want to win?
Yeah.
I want Ricky Stenhouse to win.
Wow.
I'm cool with that. I'd like to see him back in
That'd be sick. I'd love to see JGG get a win in that 47.
I don't hate his car for this weekend. Wild take.
Okay. Ooh, who do I want to win and who do I think will win?
No, you keep doing it backwards. Who you think will win and then who do you want to win?
Who do I think will win?
Yeah, who do you think will win? If you had to put a shit ton of money down right now on one driver, who is it?
Man, that is tough. I think it's going to be a slugger fest. Denny Hamlin in the 11 car to get his first one of the year is who I think will win. Who do I want to win?
Honestly.
Who do I want to win?
Yeah, who do you want to see win?
I want to see Matty D in the 21 and finally get this thing over with.
That'd be cool. If you notice, every time it's the want to see, the outcome seems way more fun than who you think will win. Who I think will win.
I want to see Truex win.
Well, then you should have.
That's not fun.
It's not. So I appreciate the fun pick. Thank you. Who I think will win. Honestly, I think it's just going to be like Kyle Larson or some shit. And it won't be exciting. It won't, there won't be the storyline like we're all hoping for. I think it'll just be a Kyle Larson victory. Who I want to win, that's obvious. It's Austin Dillon. I want my boy in the playoff. Yeah. But I feel like it's probably just going to be some outcome that we kind of saw coming. But hopefully some shit happens and, somebody gets into the playoffs. We'll see. It's going to be a wild weekend.
For sure would make some headline.
What are we going to do if Tyler Reddick gets his first dub and just like burns the motherfucker down?
He gets his first win, and so he points in and wins in.
And then he goes and wins a championship. Like,
yeah.
What the F?
That'd be cool.
That'd be nuts.
Yep, that'd be cool. So we'll all be enjoying it from our couches, properly chairgating.
Ooh.
Yep.
Super Speedway, man. Daytona, you can't beat it. And I was honestly thinking, we got episodes coming up, but Daytona, Darlington, Richmond, Bristol, like that, we are racking
We're
off
back in
good races. You know what they aren't? They aren't road courses.
Yeah.
This is
Nathan only wants road courses.
This is NASCAR, and we got an awesome lineup the next couple of weeks. Strap in and chairgate your balls off.
I'm so sorry, Nathan, that we have to go to super speedways and ovals and short tracks. I know you hate those things.
I was the one who said that 7 was too many, but I I think 2 is way too little. 4 is a good number.
I agreed with 4.
4, I
would
will allow it.
super
I'll allow it.
speed.
I agreed with 4. I do agree with 4. We could do 4. But thank you, Nathan, for coming on. I'll never let you back on because I need you in the comments. Thanks for coming on. Everybody enjoyed Daytona, and me and Dakota will definitely figure out a schedule to have an episode after Daytona for sure.
Hey, Nathan, are you, where can we find you at? Hold up. I mean, are you going to Dega?
Possibly day. If I do, it'll be a day run. Just with new kid stuff.
Yep.
But you will
Nerd.
see. Yeah, I know. But you will see me at the Bristol Night Race.
Ooh, we'll make sure to get some footage in there and get some content.
Well, we'll all be at Dega then.
Bet.
All right.
That is over. All right, boys. It was fun. Let's go Daytona racing.
All right. Peace.
Hey.